Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Henry West. I figured I might try a bit of a single-player endeavour, as I've not really played much single-player games in a good while. I seem to be doing where I want to be on YouTube, so I might as well have a bit more fun. And in fitting with my whole theme and character, why not Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper? Bloody the mean streets of whi'eall. Let's see what goes on, shall we? Right. New game, absolutely. Where are we going to end up? Now, I've always been a fan of the Sherlock Holmes series. I think I've got the entire collection, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Oh, here we are. This
in the name of my health and yours,
Baker
Holmes,
Street.
Stop smoking so much.
He bloody
There's more
smoked
fog
a
in
pipe.
your apartment
He
than in
didn't
the
smoke
street.
cigarettes. Sorry,
You are right, Watson, but this evening is never ending, and I have nothing to do but make smoke rings. A more amusing pastime would suit better, but my doctor is against it.
Perhaps a
Smoke
little
a
tune
pipe.
on the violin.
Smoke
My
a
heart
pipe.
is not in it tonight, Watson. Have you noticed how this cigarette burns? Would
No,
you not say
no,
it is
because
like
you
a
smoked
life
a
being
bloody-
consumed?
you smoked a
How many
burgundy
lives
pipe,
will
not a
end
cigarette.
tonight in London? How many crimes will
sorry,
be
terribly
committed
sorry.
within
I'm
the life of
awfully
a single
passionate about
cigarette? Ah,
Oh,
the
you did
vanity
stuff.
of existence. It is
Sorry,
but complaints
beg your
and smoke, the meagre panache of its sickly soul.
The tobacco is giving you very sombre thoughts. I am certain
No,
that
it's
this
not.
inactivity will not last. Let's retire. You'll be in better humour tomorrow.
I'm not sure he
Reason
will.
speaks. Let's to bed.
It's almost on the mark with dialogue and such. It's certainly almost on the mark with that bloody voice acting. Outrageous. There would have been a sort of timbre hue to the voice. Oh, here we are. This must be Whitechapel. And we must be following one Mr. Jack the Ripper. He's awfully tall. Unless we're not looking for a first person. Very dramatic, don't you think? Yeah, body down. Yes, it certainly does look like Whitechapel. I have to say, the accuracy is spot on there. Elementary, some might say. See, I said it. You thought I was going to say it, and I said it, but you'll have to wait till I say the full thing. Ah, yes, the drunkards and the blackguards. All of which the very lowest of society at the time of Whitechapel. Height of the Industrial Revolution. That young lady over there. Ooh. Yes, I think I know what her business might be. And what we're about to witness. It's awfully bloody dramatic, isn't it? Ah, here we are. Here we are.
Come this way, my lovely. We'll have a right good time.
Oh my word, she's
Wait, let me help you. Oh, it's my hair that pleases you.
I mean, at the very least, probably accurate. And this is where the surgery begins, one would wager. Yes, there we are. This is a bit gory. I like it. Well, I mean, the real murders were incredibly bloody gory at the best of times. Oh my. I'm also not entirely sure there were gaslights as of this time period. I could be wrong. But, no, actually, there were. Here we are, Baker Street, September 1st, 1980.
The news is as dark as the sky, Holmes. An inquest has been opened into the murder of a poor woman in the East End.
Yes.
The unfortunate girl was discovered last night, lying in the street, still warm.
She wasn't by that
The
point.
murderer was filled with an incredible savagery. Oh, the article gave me shivers down my spine. The inspectors in charge of the case don't seem to have even the slightest lead. A similar murder took place less than a month ago.
I think
Love.
there was
A romantic
few times.
walk, a kiss in the moonlight, a polite refusal, a terrible anger, and a hanging.
This area of Whitechapel is a disgrace to London. The government should take serious note of what is going on there.
Whitechapel? This woman was found in Whitechapel?
Yes, indeed. Bucks Row, to be specific.
Then it was not a question of romance, but of commerce. Unless these women actually take pleasure in the vice, the female nature is completely...
Holmes, do you hear yourself? A woman is dead under unspeakable circumstances.
I'm not sure I can cope with
No less than any other. She was a human, and one of her, you know, as
Do not...
to the sea.
No.
Then
The best...
but the
You...
very well.
It seems to me that I have a map of London somewhere.
You
Right, let's have a look for this map, shall we? Special edition, the Whitechapel Horror, true crime. Woman lured to the by streets to be butchered. The latest victim identified. Opening of the inquest. Great local excitement. The victim of the latest... Well, I think you know well enough of Jack the Ripper. Let's go with first-person view perspective. Dr. Watson, a move in the game, just left-click a destination you want to go.
Holmes uses this old Persian slipper to hold his pipe tobacco.
Yes, he certainly does. Why was he smoking cigarettes then? Outrageous. Bloody outrageous.
I have no reason to go that way.
Well, I'm the one who dictates that, not bloody you, Mr. Watson. Not bloody you.
Treaty on Cornish, the Celtic dialect of Cornwall.
Ooh.
And here, medieval pottery. How can Holmes possibly read such things?
Because they're interesting, dear Watson. They're bloody interesting.
A
Here we
map of London, at last. Let's see. The district of Whitechapel.
are. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't notice the rifle. Okay. WASD, yes, blah blah blah. Ooh, that's a Henry. And that's just a billhook. Not entirely sure. Okay, third person. We're not going to play in this. Dynamic help. Okay, so that's where we want to go. So let's go to Whitechapel, shall we? Map of London. How do we do this? Okay, Whitechapel. There. Oh, lordy lord. Oh, there we are.
I found the map, Holmes, and I was able to locate the Whitechapel police station.
Where are you now?
Congratulations, Watson. Come, the game is afoot. You can read the article to me on the way.
Oh my word, who does the voice for that?
We have
Whoever the
arrived,
developers
Watson,
are.
in Whitechapel.
Not very bright, and what cold. Brr, a typical London morning.
Come, Watson, let's find this police station.
It is quite. Next time that we do. Oh, well, I wonder where the police station could possibly be. What do you mean, find the police station? Sherlock? Mr. Holmes, you're an observant. Oh, hang on, I am Holmes.
Then quickly, let's get to the police station.
Oh, my word. All right.
Well, this station isn't very well kept, I say.
Well,
It's a local
station,
outpost,
isn't it?
Watson. The daily tasks that confront these constables are not the easiest, and they are poorly paid.
Whoever does the voice for Sherlock. Next time, developers, get me bloody in to do it. At least I know how to do it. Right.
What are we doing, Holmes?
We're going to talk to the inspector.
Gentlemen,
presumably.
welcome.
Hello, I would like to speak with the Chief Inspector,
Oh,
if you
Chief
please.
Inspector.
Constable
Well,
Humphreys here. I am the only one in at the moment. What do you want with the chief?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am...
Sherlock Holmes? The detective that I read about in the papers? Well, that's a treat, that is. You come about the Buck Road case, have you?
Indeed, we...
Not at all. We were just passing by chance.
off.
You say that there was a crime recently.
You don't know? You must be the only folk in London who haven't heard.
It won't be long until you find the culprit, no doubt.
Nothing is less certain. Suspects, 0. Clues, 0. It's not good for us, especially not in this district.
The report.
Listen, this isn't what I came here for, but if I can be of service, in a confidential capacity, of course, if you can entrust me with a copy of the preliminary reports, I could study them and return later with my conclusions.
It's just that these are official documents. I can't take a decision
Oh.
like that without the inspectors.
Bugger
The
off,
sooner we
Data
know the
Protection
facts in the
Act doesn't
file, the
exist.
sooner we can be of help, my friend.
Say, if you are Sherlock Holmes, you can find anything, isn't that true? With your magnifying glass, footprints.
My performance is often embellished by my biographer.
Ah, good. Good. I will give you the reports, but could you do me a small favour first?
He didn't know
During
what
my
that meant, did
rounds,
he?
I dropped a leather folder containing some papers. Nothing of
you now?
importance, but it's a big mistake. I would go looking for it myself, but I am stuck here on duty. I must have lost it near the seedy boarding house not far from here.
Oh, what?
Left when you leave the courtyard and left again in the lane. Perhaps
The
you could
boarding
go,
house, you say?
ask around.
We
right
shall
you
see
are.
what we can do.
Thank you, Watson. What would I do without you?
Are we going to go look for these documents?
Well, yes.
Why not? It'll give us an occasion to take a tour of the district, Watson.
Oh my. Mind you, Mr. Holmes, you're a smart man. I wouldn't have dressed like this in Whitechapel. Look around the place. It's bloody, well... Let's just say this is probably the nicest day I've ever seen in Whitechapel during the Victorian era. Ooh, let's
You're
talk
in
to
a
you, shall
rush, my pretty? Come, I'll have you done so quickly you'll only have time to pay.
we? I think I'll pass, thank you, but very kind
I
offer.
have no reason to go that way.
Who does the blooming voice? That's outrageous. I don't like it. Ooh, there's a homeless drunk there. Or just a regular drunk. I'm making too many assumptions, I'd wager.
Excuse me, my good man.
Leave.
Yes, a drunk. Always bloody drunk. Oh, look at that, the young tyke on the street corner. You pickpocket also.
You ain't from round here. You shouldn't stay here. It ain't healthy.
Oh my word, that voice is outrageous. Who are you?
A man takes you in his arms at the wedding, and after, it's you who has to hold him up, and then you wind up with him on your back. Oh, I prefer clients. At least you don't have to make them any...
Possibly the most reasonable proposition I've had thus far. Right. Well, let's continue to explore.
Excuse me, my good man.
Now time to chat, I've got business, got it?
Left again when you leave the station, left again in the lane. So the station is this way, as one rightfully recalls. Okay, left again, and then follow left. So, it must be around... There we are, this looks like the ticket! Who are you?
Good day, sir. You wouldn't happen to have seen a leather folder on the ground around here, would you?
Good day, gentlemen.
See.
Finley, caretaker of this building. Here to serve. And yes, less than an hour ago. But some of the local urchins picked it up and God only knows where it might be now.
That's unfortunate. This police bag contained documents that the local police will miss.
You're inspectors.
Not at all. I am Dr. Watson, and this is Sherlock Holmes, the detective.
Sherlock Holmes, the great detective. You must be here about last night's murder. Have you discovered the identity of the poor woman?
Indeed, I'd only to read the papers.
Mine is dated from this morning, and it does not say who it is.
I'm not really engaged in this case, but if I can help the police, I will do so willingly.
Oh, to be sure. I've been told that Inspector Aberline is in charge. A very capable man.
See, historically accurate.
So, according to you, I have no chance of finding this folder then?
Indeed. But I, on the other hand, should be able to find it. Do me a favour in exchange. A vagrant comes almost every night to sleep in one of the nooks not far from my windows. He coughs. He's quite hefty and I don't dare approach him. I've lost 3 tenants because of him. If it's you who speaks to the police, they will take this matter more seriously. Tell them about the captain. They'll know who you're talking about. In the meantime, I'll find your police bag.
Well, this is taking a very nice dramatic
Let's go
turn.
to the police station.
Yes, let's. Right, well, Inspector Aberline was certainly on the case, so that's very law accurate. Again, I don't know what this chap's doing walking around Whitechapel dressed like that. You're just asking to be robbed, silly bugger. Oh, well, what can be done? Let's just go and speak to the police, shall we? Hello,
So,
Constable.
gentlemen, have you found my police bag?
Well, do we have news for you?
Not quite yet. Do you know a vagrant who goes by the name of the Captain?
Captain? Yes, an old sailor, strong as a Turk and tattooed from head to toe. The drink has turned him into a derelict.
He appears to be causing some problems for the caretaker of the building at the end of the street.
What do you want us to do? Every night, stairwells, halls and porches become public dormitories, and people don't only come to sleep. I believe this man has a niece who puts him up sometimes. Her lodgings are in Commercial Street, right after the alley with the boarding house. You won't forget...
Do you believe this woman will agree to have her uncle stay with her?
No idea. Oh well, let's go see her just the same.
Why can none of these bloody people sort their own problems out? Oh, I completely forgot where we're going as well. In Commercial Street, right. We weren't far off then. Hang on, this is Commercial Street, isn't it?
Commercial Street.
Commercial Street, this is the ticket. Maybe these are the lodgings in question. No, that's the sign. Hang on, is this Commercial Street?
Burner Street.
No. I'm going completely the wrong way, in typical officer fashion. Right, so this is Commercial Street.
Commercial Street.
Okay, I know this is Commercial Street. Let's find the lodgings.
There. This is where the niece of the captain must live.
Oh, I see. Up there. So let's have a
Good
conversation.
day, miss. Would you happen to be the niece of the man known as the captain?
Oh, yes, that would be me. What has he done this time? He isn't... Oh, my God. I'm on my way.
You sound urgent.
Miss, we have come to ask if you could have your uncle come live with you. He sleeps under the windows of a boarding house, causes the caretaker no end of problems.
I know. I've lodged him for a while, and he was the same here. My landlord made me kick him out. I'm ashamed, you
Oh,
know.
no, we're going
I
to
never
have to
should
talk
have,
to the
given the state
landlord.
of his health. He coughs day and night.
There might be a way to calm his cough. I am a doctor. I could examine him.
He went to see a doctor at the clinic, but the medicine cost...
We will see to it. Where might your uncle be found?
I don't know. He must be in the...
We will find him.
Holmes, this is serious. Find an alcoholic in Whitechapel? A needle in a haystack would be easier.
Come, dear doctor, let's trust to our lucky star. Moreover, we also have our informers, remember?
Are you referring to those brats to whom you are always giving charity?
Exactly, my secret police. Some of them must surely roam in this area. It suffices to find them.
Yes, one would wager. Oh, here we are, the young tyke. Let's bloody go and talk to him, shall we? What have you got in business?
Hello, young man. How are you?
I recognize him. It's the lad who sells newspapers, who is always calling outside our windows at Baker Street early in the morning.
Hello, Mr. Holmes. It's a
Oh
treat
my
to see you again.
word.
What can I do?
What is that? Don't
Would you
be
happen to know
bloody
an
tear.
old sailor who goes by the name of the captain? A poor man who hits the bottle a bit hard.
Of course, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, my
He's there at
word.
the end of the street. Round to the left he
Oh,
is.
my-
But be careful. He can be a tough customer, that one.
Very good, my young man. The doctor will give you a little something. Watson?
Huh? I say, Holmes.
Is he always such a skinflint with
You
you, Mr.
stop
Holmes?
talking, young man.
Well, thanks to you, Mr. Holmes. Anytime you need me.
Oh my good golly, Miss Molly. Right, we're avoiding talking to him for the rest of the campaign. I need to I need to reread this because right. Oh my word. Outrageous. Let's see. End of the street, round to the left. Tough customer. End of the street, round to the left. Right, so it was that place we went down earlier. One would wager. End of the street, down to the left. Let's see. Well, at least there's a police officer here. Is it this one? No, you look far too good.
I have nothing to ask.
Yes, right. Maybe he's around here? No. Maybe we've gone far too far. Well, yes, we're at the end of the street. Let's just talk all individually to each alcoholic and see what we've got.
I have nothing to ask.
Apparently not. Who are you?
Come, my lord. A little coin.
Oh, my.
Oi!
Okay, I don't think it's him. Suffice to say. What about you?
Excuse me, my good man.
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
Oh my God's sake. What is the accents?
I have nothing to ask.
Okay, so I don't think he meant down this street, did he? My bloody word. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Right, so down the end of this street, maybe. Yes. One night wager. This is the correct path to take.
I can hear someone coughing more than is natural, Holmes.
Yes, Watson. The poor man cannot be too far away.
Oh, I wonder where he could possibly be. You really are a detective beyond your measure, Mr. Holmes.
If, in order to listen to us, this man imposes as condition that we find his pet cockroach, there will be another murder in Whitechapel today, Watson. Yours.
Ah,
Right.
he is in a critical state, Holmes. He has barely a month left.
Is there a way, dear doctor, to ensure that this last month passes in silence?
Really, Holmes, sometimes you... Oh, really? I will make note of some medicine to get immediately that will relieve his pain.
I see.
Very well. I will locate an apothecary or a clinic.
Yes, go with the latter. Though, mind you, at this point in history, you only need about three weeks to get a doctorate license, I believe. The joys of Victorian London. You could quite easily become a... I think there was a... now that I mention it, there was a clinic nearby, wasn't there? Yes! Yes! I was on the ball. Here we are. Oh, look at me. I'm a smart one. Yes, this certainly seems quite fitting. Oh, there you are, the doctor. Where are we?
Good day, sir. Dr. Gibbons. You aren't from around these parts.
Oh, my word.
Indeed, Doctor. It is for someone from your neighbourhood that I am here, though. His doctor asked that I acquire some medicine on his behalf. I have the note here.
Dr. Watson? Not from round here neither. This medication is quite dear. Certain documents are necessary to obtain them for free.
Emote a bit more.
I don't have it. You'll have to accept my spare change. Will it be enough?
Enough to relieve your patient for a month. Would you like me to make this prescription available after that time?
According to Dr. Watson, that won't be necessary.
The possibility of a recovery?
A definitive one, yes.
There, sir.
Thank you. It's rather quiet here.
An unusual chain of events. The majority of the people hereabouts went out last night to see the great fire at the warehouse. The patients that I was minding and my staff were no exception. The former were dramatically healed, and the latter ended up sick. And with the murder last night, most of the people who weren't working wandered over to the scene of the crime. Their little aches and pains will wait until tonight or tomorrow.
A squalid murder, it would seem.
Just like what this area has become.
What do you mean become? It's always been like this. It's bloody Whitechapel.
My thanks,
Right.
Doctor.
Not at all.
Off on the business then. Not to. Right. Okay. Where next? Oh yes, back to the captain, I believe. Poor bugger. Tuberculosis is one killer of a disease, and very prevalent around this time as well. It was one of the biggest killers. Hey ho, that's just how. Maybe we shouldn't actually be going all that close to him. There was that carrot again. Yes, conventional logic would dictate. I'm not exactly the wellest versed in epidemiology, but as I recall, tuberculosis is quite easily contracted, and I'd rather not. You, Dr. Watson, you should know a damn sight better.
Find the medicine, Holmes. Find the medicine, Holmes.
What do you mean I've found the medicine? Hang on. What do you want me to do with it? How do I give you the medicine? Space?
Here is the medication, Watson. Is our man movable?
He should be able to stand in a few minutes and will no longer be suffering from his cough before long.
Consider the affair resolved. Accompany him to his niece's while...
Yeah,
Let's return to the boarding house.
I'm definitely going to get ambushed. Absolutely going to get ambushed, nothing short of it. One night wager. Right, in this blooming street.
Excuse me, my good man.
Now, time to chat. I've got business. Got it?
Right. Here we are.
I have good news for you, Mr. Finley. We have sent a captain to stay with a relative, and he shouldn't bother you for a while.
I also have some good news. I have your police bag.
Oh,
Thank you.
fantastic.
I bid you good day.
Oh, it was nothing. Tell me, one of my wife's friends lost...
Another day, Finley. Another day. Let's go to the police station.
Right, but I'd like to quickly address that it is not 1950. That sort of shirt and collar would not exist at this point. Moreover, a leather belt in such a fashion probably wouldn't exist either, and I'm almost confident in saying that's denim. This bloody landlord would not be able to afford that, so accuracy-wise, we're not doing most fantastic. Right, let's take it back to the police station, and then yes, I think we'll call it there. In fact, I will call it there. I've had enough of ridiculous actions for one day. Right, well.